from Guatemala.
Yes, we've been on the road for, what's it been, about 228 days now.
Yeah.
And here we are, we've made it as far as Guatemala. And right now we're standing in front of ICAP, the Instituto de Capacitación Adventista del Petén. It is the first and only Adventist boarding school here in the country of Guatemala. Now, we've been gone for 7.5 months. What have we done in the last 7.5 months?
We have actually done quite a bit, and we wanted to share some of that with you guys really quick. So here's our list.
So, as you know, our primary focus has been orphanages. We stopped and visited an orphanage in Ensenada, just outside Ensenada in Mexico. And as we worked with them, we learned what their needs were, and we blessed them with a couple of washing machines. Then the next orphanage we stopped in was in Belize. And in Belize, and funny enough, we just happened to stumble across that orphanage. This story will be in a video we'll put together shortly. But at that orphanage, we learned that their need was a new transmission from one of their vehicles. So thanks to the generous donations from our friends, we've been able to help them replace the transmission in one of their vehicles. Where are we now?
Where exactly are we? We're in the Departamento of Petén, near a small city called Baptun, and we're at another orphanage.
We're here just down the road here. They actually share the property with ECAP, is an orphanage called Los Pinos. And we haven't quite sorted out what needs they have that we can help to resolve, but we've been working with them here, and you'll learn more about their story shortly. But that's not all we've seen. What else have we seen?
The other churches?
Yeah, we visited a couple of churches that had they're actually based around the idea of community service. There's one in Mexico City that was designed to work primarily with the postmodern audience.
And they modeled their services after TED Talks, and they have been wildly successful with it. It was really neat to see.
It is the most non-Adventist church maybe you'll ever see.
Yeah.
But that's not to say it was bad. It was a very refreshing model.
Yeah.
And they've been very successful in making inroads into that segment of the population. Then we saw a church, you remember, in Guatemala. Not Guatemala, I'm sorry, Guadalajara in Mexico.
Yeah.
And this church is a unique church. They decided that they would solicit and accept membership from people who were specifically committed to doing community service. And so they've got a membership of about 25, I think.
And the young adults, full of energy. It was pretty amazing to see.
They have programs virtually every single day of the week. And when you go to their church on Sabbath, guess what you see? You see about 75 people there, 2/3 of whom are not members of the church.
Yeah.
But because of their involvement with the community programs, they found it interesting, and they've come to visit and see what the church is all about. Now, one of these programs, you remember the one outreach that they were running?
El Cerro?
El Cerro. So they have been working with a very poor neighborhood in the community, and they've been working with the kids there for the last 8 years, running a program not too dissimilar from a standard Pathfinder program. And they've, as part of the 8 years, they've gone out and they've brought food and fed the community. They went out and they, you remember they replaced a couple of roofs for people's houses? Now, okay, roofs is a fancy term. It's corrugated metal to keep the rain off them. That's how simple some of these houses are. And it was just neat. We went out and spent an afternoon with them, with the kids. And that was really fantastic to see the heart that they have for that community, and how the kids, well, not the kids only, but the kids just glommed onto them when they showed up. But the adults in the community, they would come out of their houses and come up to the vehicles, come up to the people and talk to them. And it was like, how things been going? How is your medical condition? How is your husband doing? It was fascinating to watch how much they've made inroads and how well they've been able to share the love of Jesus with that community. So what are we forgetting?
You know what? Something pretty important. We went to Tapachula to have a first-hand look at the migrant situation. And wow, it was heart-wrenching.
Man, so you've
Yeah.
probably heard on the news about the caravans of migrants coming up from South and Central America, working their way up towards the United States. Well, ADRA has a project where in Tapachula, which is this town right near the border with Guatemala in the southern part of Mexico, they provide essential medical care to children and pregnant and lactating women in the migrant community. And we had the opportunity to see just a small taste of what their situation is like as they come up through the Americas to try and get to the United States. And it was pretty sad to see the situation that they were in.
Just the amount of people, the amount of children, they're all looking for what they believe to be a better life. And it wasn't just Guatemalans or Mexicans that are heading up towards the American border. It was so many different nationalities. And ADRA has just, put their heart into it, and they're focusing on this one group of people and doing the best they can.
It was amazing to sit in and meet with the director of ADRA Mexico to learn about the project, and then to actually go out and see the work that they're doing, the care that they're providing, medical care, nutrition care, psychological care for this community. So thumbs up to ADRA.
Yeah.
Anything else? I feel like I'm missing something.
Well, I just wanted to say hi to everybody back home. We've been gone for so long. I mean, you guys are our friends and family, and we do appreciate your support. We appreciate your prayers, and it has been an adventure. I mean, we're telling you about some of the projects that we visited, but of course the rest of it with the motorcycles and just being in different countries, learning a new language has been amazing. And of course, we're only at the beginning of this adventure. So, yeah.
So yes. Again, thank you for your comments. Thank you for your notes. Thank you for birthday wishes. Thank you for the little bits of information you feed to us every now and then. Thanks that we continue to get the bulletin so we can keep track of what's going on. Thank you to the sound guys, to the folks working the AV kit, because sometimes the best way to enjoy church, we've found, because of where we've been, has been to tune in online.
We get on our computers and we just come home.
So sometimes we end up in a community where there is no church. There says there's one on the map, and it turns out,
find it.
It's closed. So we've been grateful that we can reconnect remotely from time to time. So looking for the future, we're here in Guatemala for a few more weeks, then on to El Salvador, and in El Salvador, Honduras, and Nicaragua, which are the next 3 countries we're going to visit. We've identified a children's home and orphanage in each of those countries. And so we're looking forward to visiting them and seeing how we can bless them, thanks to your support, your help. So thank you for helping us to help the kids. Any last words?
Oh, I thought that was it.
That could be it.
That could be it. I think
Okay.
we're finished.
Okay.
You talked
Well,
enough.
we'll
You
stop
talked
now
a lot.
then.
You talked for 7.5 minutes. That's a long time.
Awesome. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.